Tori Spelling and her kids now living in RV on campground after moving out of cheap motel. Tori Spelling and her 5 kids are now living in an RV after their home became infested with black mold. The Beverly Hills, 90,210 star recently moved her children, Liam, 16, Stella, 15, Hattie, 11, Finn, 10, and Bo, 6, into a mobile home on campgrounds in Ventura County, California, following their brief stint in a nearby motel. In photos first obtained by the Daily Mail, the family can be seen sitting outside in a circle of lawn chairs while watching the sunset over the Pacific Ocean. The group was fully equipped for the night with a cooler, a stove, a pop-up table, and a massive rug to keep down the dust. Spelling, who wore shorts and a green sweatshirt, passed out some snacks to her kids before hanging some clothes up to dry outside. Soon after, the actress went inside the sleeper van to start preparing dinner for her kids, who were approached by a California Parks deputy after they seemingly got too close to the cliffside. Despite the situation, the kids seemed to be in great spirits as they continued to explore their beachside setup. At one point in the night, Spelling even joined her kids for a stroll down to the beach as they made their way down a rocky path. The following day, Spelling was photographed stopping at a nearby Walmart alongside her teenage daughter Stella as they stocked up for the rest of the week. Once they got back to the RV, where the rest of her children seemingly stayed during the excursion, they drove back to their beachside lot. Her estranged husband, Dean McDermott, who announced that he was divorcing the actress after 17 years of marriage in June, was noticeably absent from the camping trip. The 50-year-old has been trying to find a place to stay in recent weeks after moving her family out of their rental home due to the extreme mold infestation. Last month, the mother of 5 moved her family into a $100 a night motel in the Los Angeles area. Yet just a few days later, she and the kids checked out of the No Frills motel to stay with one of her friends. When asked by a paparazzo why she decided to stay in the motel in the first place, the actress sternly replied, "Are you a parent? You know you would do whatever you can for your kids, right?" Less than a week later, the actress leaked a series of text messages she allegedly exchanged with a realtor, who she claims mocked her family's housing crisis. In the texts, the relator called Spelling's situation amusing, noting that it was bizarre for her to want a 1-month rental. Spelling posted a screenshot of the interaction to her Instagram story, slamming the man for lacking empathy and kindness. "My 5 kids are going through mold poisoning and we need a home, and this is how you treat people," she wrote. Mocking their situation? While it's unclear when Spelling's home will be safe enough for her and her children to live in again, the actress first spoke out about the issue in May, saying that she and her kids were so sick from the infestation. "Our troubles are next level with our mold problem and the house that's been slowly killing us for 3 years," she wrote at the time. See photos of struggling Tori Spelling and her kids living in RV. A struggling Tori Spelling is currently living in an RV on a campground with her 5 children after their house became infested with black mold. Over the weekend, the Beverly Hills, 90210 star was photographed coming out of the white vehicle while carrying a towel and a small teddy bear. Outside of the RV, the family had made themselves right at home as drying clothes could be seen hanging from the side mirrors and portable chairs sat atop a rug and in a circle. Additionally, they had set up a cooler, an outdoor stove, and a foldable table for their family meals together. Spelling was photographed wearing a pair of cut-off denim shorts and an oversized black tee as she passed around snacks to her kids at the Ventura County, California camping site. She paired the laid-back look with white sunglasses. At one point, the Scary Movie 2 actress told her kids, Liam, 16, Stella, 15, Hattie, 11, Finn, 10, and Bo, 6, after they got a little too close to the cliffside. Shortly after, a California Parks deputy approached the mother of 5 to seemingly talk about her children walking too close to the edge of the cliff. As the sun began to set and the temperature went down, Spelling threw on a green sweatshirt. The group then watched the sunset over the Pacific Ocean before exploring their new setup. Despite their circumstances, the group appeared to be in high spirits as they strolled down a rocky path toward the crystal blue waters. Once they came back from their walk, the former actress changed to put on the matching green sweatpants to her sweatshirt. The following day, Pap snapped photos of Spelling and her eldest daughter, Stella, at a local Walmart to pick up supplies for the family. Her estranged husband, Dean McDermott, who announced that he was divorcing the actress after 17 years of marriage 2 months ago, was noticeably absent in the photos. The photos come after a source claimed Spelling, 50, was struggling monetarily. The mold situation at her house is real, but it has been difficult for her to find a place to stay during it because her financial situation is not great, an insider told Entertainment Tonight Wednesday. Spelling is doing her best to make things work and take care of her kids, according to the source, who noted that she was viewing her trailer park stay as a mini vacation rather than a living situation. Before moving into the RV, the family of 6 was briefly living in a $100 a night motel. The storytelling author had previously explained that her children were getting sick so frequently because they had been exposed to extreme mold in their rental home for months. We now know that when the house was labeled a health hazard and not live-able, sick, that wording was fact, she wrote on Instagram in May. We now get it. It's hard to just uproot a huge family, especially in midst of all feeling so sick and in bed. But we now will vacate the home ASAP. The following month, McDermott took to social media to announce he was splitting from Spelling. At Tori Spelling and I have decided to go our separate ways and start a new journey of our own, the actor, 56, wrote in the post, which he has since deleted. We will continue to work together as loving parents and guide and love our children through this difficult time. Meanwhile, Tori's mom, Candy Spelling, has come under fire for her seemingly refusing to help her daughter financially. However, she told TMZ that she would of course bail out her daughter if needed. I will always be there for her, the 77-year-old said. I love my daughter, and I support her in whatever she does. Additionally, a source told Page 6 exclusively that the author did find a home for her daughter and her grandkids, but the actress refused it. According to the insider, she wanted to live in a certain place, adding, "It is fine, they should live where they want to live." The source continued, "One of the problems is Tori doesn't speak to anyone on the phone. And Tori is trying to make Candy look like the bad guy. Candy found her a house, that's the last I heard." Despite that, the mother-daughter duo are still in contact. Meanwhile, Candy Spelling found a house for daughter, grandkids, but Tori turned it down, insider. Candy Spelling found her daughter, Tori Spelling, a place to live with her grandchildren, but the actress refused to move in, Page 6 has exclusively learned. Following backlash for allegedly ignoring her daughter's financial problems and unstable home situation, a source claims to Page 6 that the author did try to help. Candy spent hours on the phone trying to find a house, the source tells us. However, Tori declined to move in because, according to the insider, she wanted to live in a certain place. It is fine, they should live where they want to live, the source adds. According to a new report, the Beverly Hills, 90,210 alum has been struggling monetarily after her husband, Dean McDermott, announced in a since-deleted Instagram statement that they were ending their 17-year marriage. Since then, Tori has been photographed in various living situations, including staying at a $100 a night budget motel with her kids, Liam, 16, Stella, 15, Hattie, 11, Finn, 10, and Beau, 6, in early July. Most recently, the family, sans McDermott, was photographed living in an RV. Following the photographs, the socialite was slammed as selfish and shameful for seemingly ignoring her daughter's financial crisis. But the source stresses that the situation is more complicated than meets the eye. One of the problems is Tori doesn't speak to anyone on the phone, the insider complains. And Tori is trying to make Candy look like the bad guy. Candy found her a house, that's the last I heard. The source adds that Candy had paid the rent on Tori's previous house, which the actress was forced to move out of due to a severe mold problem that was making the entire family sick. We now know that when the house was labeled a health hazard and not live-able, sick, that wording was fact, Tori wrote via Instagram in May. We now get it. It's hard to just uproot a huge family, especially in midst of all feeling so sick and in bed. But we now will vacate the home ASAP. Meanwhile, Candy and Tori have always had a fractured relationship. In fact, Candy even accused Tori of hastening her husband, producer Tori Spelling's death in 2006. My daughter one day decided that she wasn't speaking to my husband, myself and my son, and that's how it's continued for the last, 4 or 5 years, Candy told 94.7 WMAS-FM's Kellogg crew in 2009. And it was sad. That's what killed my husband, actually. He just didn't want to live after that. The two even traded public barbs over Candy being able to see her grandchildren. But last year, the storytelling author shared that her relationship with her mom had dramatically improved. "It's like next level right now," she said on SiriusXM's Jeff Lewis Live. "I'm really happy." Seemingly, they have their mutual friend $1 million listing alum Josh Flagg to thank for helping them with the reconciliation. "I hadn't seen her since before COVID," Tori shared. "And then Josh was like, okay, we're gonna do a family dinner at her place. So we went and had a great night." Despite this small blip, our source confirms that Candy, 77, and Tori, 50, are currently still in contact. You know, Tori is a 50-year-old woman that's gone through $17 million, the source claims. And she's always blamed her mother for everything. She's a 50-year-old woman. But now for the first time in a long time, they're speaking. So it's not like they're adversarial, they're trying to arrest this problem. But there are so many extenuating circumstances. Trust me, it's not what it seems to be, the source promises. Reps for Candy and Tori did not reply for comment.